Hey everybody, welcome to Wednesday Wisdom, Wins and Wisdom. We are here. It is Wednesday. We have one more week in this year. Let me put this down a little bit because you hear guys, right? Welcome, welcome. If you're watching live, hashtag brand savvy in the chat. I am Coach Marlene Paul. I'm coming here from sunny South Florida. Well, it's nighttime now. It's been chilly a little bit lately. And I help women get more productive. Well, I help bosses. I need bosses get more productive, become more visible, and take their brand to a new level. Basically, I help you use those tools that you need to help you work faster and smarter with your business. So I just love, I'm a techie. I love tools. If you're watching in the chat, let us know where you are watching from. Put hashtag brand savvy. And also, if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. I almost did not come in today because I've been so tired. But I came in. And also I had my nephew's birthday. He turned 1 today. My little nephew just turned 1. I feel like he was just born yesterday, but he is so grown. I am so excited. Hey, Carrie, I see your brand savvy in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, so I am celebrating today because today, I did something amazing. That is so amazing. So, beginning of this month, I was sourcing contracts, and I found a whole bunch of contracts, and I found one contract. I think, okay, I put it on my contract Trello board. So I have a board on Trello just for contracting. So, which basically I have a tab that says research, a tab that says the one that we're bidding on, and the tab that we are not bidding on. And then I have like my past, performances, which one we won or didn't win, or whatever, just to keep track of that. So I know that I am guaranteed not to win if I don't bid. So I was talking with one of my friend. I was bidding on another contract with another business bestie, and was down to the wire. And then this weekend I had so much going on, and I almost forgot that this contract was due today. I got a notification on my Trello board like, hey, 2 days warning that this is due. It was an easy contract. It was 13 pages. This is the contract here. I think see if I can get up the but it was 13 pages, and it was for a local my local area. On my plate, I have a gold plate for government contracting. One of the areas that I wanted to focus on is bidding locally, working with my county. So Coral Springs is in my county. So this was a contract for leadership development counseling. It was a letter of intent, but I felt like it was an RFP. So we went through the RFP and read through it. I said we because I had me and a couple of business besties. I love that they body double with me, because if they didn't, I'd probably be like, you know what, forget it. I didn't get it done in time. I'm not doing it. But the more I read it, the more I digested, it was so easy. We sat there and we put it together. We worked on it all Monday evening, and then I took a break and I said, I'm going to sleep. And on Tuesday, I woke up and I was working on it also more. Got the paperwork of what I need to get notarized. I had to get like a couple papers notarized. I think, where did I put that? Yeah, I had a bunch of paper I need to get notarized, probably some in the scanner right there. So I went and get those notarized. $40 I paid to get it notarized. But I was there sitting there. My son see me sitting there writing down filling out this paperwork to get it notarized. To leave my house. My husband came back home, went and got it notarized, came back, well, got pizza, got some out here, came back, had to get my son ready for Boy Scout, went down to Boy Scout, and then came back late because I had to do Cub Scout and Boy Scout, and that finished late. And then come back home, take a breath, and go back and work. I worked on that contract until 3 in the morning. My friend stayed with me until 1. But I said we were almost done. At 1 o'clock, we had all the layout were done. Everything was ready. It was due today at 2 p.m. I said I want to make sure. So I want to make sure that I submitted it before the deadline because the e-bid. But if the e-bid had an issue, they give us an option to go and bring it in person. So it's like 30 minutes away from my house to go drop it in person at City Hall. But they prefer the e-bid. So I try to make sure I said before I go to sleep, I want to make sure I can submit it. If I have issues submitting it, so I know when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I need to do is to go and get it ready to go drop it off, because my husband had to go to school, and when he come back, I had to either go with him, go drop it off, or go with my son to drop it off because he's homeschooling. To drop it off in person, they wanted the original copy, 4 copies, and if y'all know, an electrical. They wanted a e-copy too. So I have a whole bunch of these. So when I was cleaning my house this past couple of weeks, I've been cleaning my office. I'm a former teacher, so I had a bunch of these. When I go to events, they give these out. I just take them, erase whatever is on them, and then put my contract on. Because as a government contractor, this right here, these are thumb drives. Sometimes they want only one. This one only needed one. I saw one contract that it needed 4 copies on electrical copies. Plus, they wanted you to print it out and get original. So it was like, yeah, these are some tools as a government contractor that you would need to have with you. So yeah, but I was able to submit it. I slept at 3 in the morning, and then I woke up in the morning. I text my friend Bestie to say, "Hey, I submitted it at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I did it." So at least now I have a chance of either getting an opportunity to bid, and that was one of my major things, because we're all going after government contract. It's been a long process for me. I think I started in 2021, early or 2021 or 2020, trying to get things together. Okay, I started with my for-profit, my non-profit, but I know with government contracting they needed my for-profit more, so I started my for-profit in 2021. start building that foundation and building my visibility, because if they don't know you and you don't know where to go, you won't be able to be found. And so it's about relationships. So I started that process of government contracting, building my brand, building my visibility, to come to there, okay, just having that confidence to bid on a contract. I felt good about it. Before, I think last year, I bid it on another contract, and I was so nervous. I had everything done, sleepless night, almost give up 2 or 3 times. Even walking into the parking lot to drop it in person, I was the only one that dropped it off. It was a 6-figure contract. I was nervous. I wanted to give up. But all I heard the Lord said to me was that I have a community of government contractors and business besties behind me, supporting me through this process. So I'm not giving up. They're depending on me. Because if I win, I know we all win, right? And this one was a really good one. And I feel like this one was a contract that anybody could have bid on, because they had, if you were a sole proprietor, if you bid at a sole proprietor, you could have bid on this one. If you were an individual, you could have bid on this one. If you were a partnership, if you're a corporation. So they had different levels that if you were in that, you didn't even need to have a certification to bid for this one, I believe, because they asked for just your qualification of teaching leadership development and counseling. So, and consultant, his leadership development consultant. So I try to source contracts once a week. Um, and sometimes I try to do it, like sometimes I would sneak in a peek and source it a little bit, but there, it can make you go down a rabbit hole. And I can show you guys the portal I use. If I don't know if anybody ever used Demand Star. I use Demand Star for this particular one, but Broward, they have a new one called I have it on my screen. I have this one, the B Pro. Can you all see this? Because I have like the blur thing on. I'm trying to make sure I get it off a little bit. Let's see if I can take out the studio portrait effect. Let's see if that helps. I don't know. Can you see it? Oh, I don't know. It'll be fine. Yeah. So, I stopped my camera. Let me see if I can change the background so y'all can see this. I just use this one. Okay, this one here, you can see this one. Oh, hopefully it doesn't get. So this is Bid Pro that you're able to be pro that they're having. So this one they're actually using what are they using? Are they using BidNet, or is it procurement area, BidNet? So that one, it's really good to be able to bid on contracts. So if you're interested and you have a company or a product or services, government contract is an opportunity, a direction that you would go. But I didn't come on here just to share about only government contracting. That's just one of the wins I had this week, that I was able to actually submit that contract. I was very nervous about that, because I was almost saying I'm not going to do it. So my whole thing this week is to source more contract. My other win is that I took some time for myself. If you took some time for yourself, put me in the chat or not, because as we celebrate Love Your Business Month, one way you can show your business some love is to take care of yourself. So I may look a little bit rested because I spent since I slept so late, I spent most of the morning sleeping and trying to get up. And after I worked on a client's ebook, and I'm almost done with that. I'm going to be done with that tonight. And I'll be done with like ebook. I love designing. So I love designing. So this was like fun for me to just, after a long, a lot of work, intensive, I was working on 2 different contracts, to be able to design. Yes, Carrie, you did take care of yourself. That is one amazing way to show your business and yourself some love this month. We have 8 more days in this month, and we're still showing yourself love. So if you haven't done so, make sure you are showing yourself, your business, other businesses love. If you still haven't, get your paperwork together for your taxes. Make sure you do that. I think this week, those are one things I'm working on. Also, one of the other major win is I'm bidding on, I'm submitting for four or five, let me see, four, at least four grants this month. We're almost done with the write up. So my team and I, they're done with the write up. So my whole thing right now is I have to go and review them. One is due on Friday. One is due on Friday. So I'm trying to make sure I read through that, read through what they wrote, and then copy paste and click submit. So that's another way to show your business some love. There are multiple ways. So when the reason why I do grant is because that's one stream of income. So whether I do grants, whether I do government contracting, those are two different ways of income. Whether I sell products, whether I am doing fundraisers or donation, acting for donations or business loan. And that part right here, I'm working on the business loan aspect of it because one of the ways I'm going to be working towards that is they have different accelerators coming up. So I applied for those accelerators. So you have to look to see which one they apply for. Broward County has the fast track accelerator. Is they're having it? I think it's on. And then tomorrow they have one meeting, and then they have several meetings. So they have two different cohorts, I believe. I believe so. So I'm going to one tomorrow to just like get information about it, so I can see if I can sign up if it's something that's I'm able to take on. But by taking on that cohort is they help you write your business plan. Although I already have a business plan, I always want to make sure that my business plan is very strong. So they'll help me make it stronger because at the end, they give you an opportunity to pitch your business. So the strongest business plan has an opportunity to pitch their business. And if you're the top three that get to pitch your business, um, you're guaranteed to win something because they only have three people pitching. So you're guaranteed to win something, whether you win 10,000, 75,000, 7,500, or 5,000. It's depending on how good your pitch. You have 10 minutes to talk about your business. For me, 10 minutes is a long time because I have a tendency of talking very fast, but I want to make sure that you hear it. So I'm going to have to learn to slow down and share about my business. But me, either way, it's an opportunity for me to network, for me to meet other people, for me to talk to other people who are in the banks, so I could, so even if I didn't pitch, which I'm believe I'm pitching, that business plan is strong enough for me to go to any of these financial institutions and say, here is what I want to do. And I'm able to speak with confidence about my business. I'm trying to, let me see if I can find the link for that. I think it's the fast, I think it's the fast track. Is the Kaufman fast track. So I don't know if you have to be local to be a part of it. I'll put it in the chat, or I'll just share the screen. If you have to be, I'll put it in the chat and I'll share. And I don't know if it will go to all my chat areas, but let me share the screen and so I can show it to you. But this one, I went to see their pitch competition that they had last year, and it was really good. The businesses who pitched were really good in what they're doing, and there's still reservations, but this is in person. And then they have a part two in March, and then they have other stuff. So our county is very active when it comes to businesses. They even have one that says, "You have a contract, now what?" This one looks interesting for me to take. Let me share this tab because now, and this one is virtual. So I'm gonna put this in the chat in case you're interested in registering for this one. So if you do got a contract, you want a contract, what's the next step? And Sandy, who is the director, he is super cool. Let me see if I can put it on there too. Some stuff they're not going all the way, but he is super cool, and he breaks down everything that you need for your business, and that's one thing I like about our county is that they provide us with an opportunity for professional development. If it didn't get, I think in the Facebook one, it's not going through. I don't know if it's going through to LinkedIn, but I will post it again when I go back and watch the replay, and I'll post the the links again afterward. But I would encourage you as a business owner, try to find things that would develop your business professionally. This is one thing that I do. So I'm taking trainings, I am doing courses, I'm doing things to make sure that I am making sure that I'm making myself better. I'm giving myself opportunity for my business to grow, and then I'm also finding ways to help my staff and my interns get better because I am excited. So I don't know if you've noticed, some my interns have posted some blogs, and they've been recognizing my mentees, and it has been amazing to just see them blossom and taking the information that I show them to be able to take my work and help me set it up and schedule it. So I would encourage you as a business owner, another way to show your business some love is to find interns to do that. I'm still working on that course. In March, I'm going to be sharing some workshops that would help your business. So other one that I had is I'm part of the Broward Chamber of Commerce, and we had our first meeting, and it was really good. I was able to leave some insight, and I'm excited about that direction about doing that too. And there's a lot of things going on too, that I am interested about having about getting. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I think some of my stuff did not go where I wanted it to go, but we'll see. But the Eventbrites are on there, so hopefully you're able to get the Eventbrites on there on YouTube. So on YouTube, they have all the links, so you can go on YouTube to get the links. So another win, I'm like win and wisdom. I don't despise small beginning. As you are an entrepreneur, it gets hard. It gets you want to give up. Keep on moving forward. Keep on doing one thing each day. Even though you say, okay, I want to do this and it didn't happen, tomorrow's another day. Because sometimes I could feel like there was so much things I wanted to do this month that I didn't get done. But my whole thing is, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back and do it again. I'm going to go back and try. I'm going to go back and try. So I made sure I've made self-care a priority this weekend by going on live, not going on, going camping with my son. So we go on camping, went to get some outdoor fresh air. I told you I was excited about that. And then being able to be in spaces with other entrepreneurs that are able to help me focus. Because I know for me, what works for me to get things done is accountability. So if you know that, okay, you know what, I have all these tasks to get done and you need accountability, that's one of the major things that I need for myself. So I have Latoya, one of my business besties. We would get online together and we would do time where we're on Zoom, but we're working. So what you're working on. We both work on something, and we might spend 30 minutes not talking. But we're talking, but we're working, and we're still working, getting things done, and that has been very, very helpful. Having an accountability partner, having someone going the same direction as you, keeping you accountable is very helpful. If you don't have an accountability partner, I would encourage you to get an accountability partner. Get someone who would keep you accountable through that process. This is one thing when I was with NASDAQ that they push, and I really recommend it. I've always had an accountability partner in some areas and shape form in my life when I was in college and we are doing, accountability partner to stay focused on my spiritual walk or to get my homework done or, accountability partner to write a book or in classes. Those things help you because sometimes when you have some person that has the same energy, that drive will push you. Especially when you're working on your brand. Okay, let's go back to the brand right now because we're looking at our businesses as a brand. Especially as a brand, to stay consistent is really hard. You might say, okay, you know what? Life is so hard right now. This is why you have an accountability partner. And this is why I formed my mentoring group to be a sort of a space of accountability for entrepreneurs in who are beginning. If you're in the beginning stages through 5 years or more, you can still get accountability if you want to take your business to a next level, whereas you want to use those tools. So the way we do it is we have one day I teach, the other day we work. So it's like a kind of buddy doubling where we're working together, getting work done, because I found that when I teach all the time, you know, you get overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. So we give them some time to catch up. And then what I have is well, now they're going through a 12-week series where they're working on their brand identity. And then I think we're going to start a new series again. So those who are coming in, you will have the replays of the brand identity series that we have, that 9 day of branding series. And then the next time we'll take another level of what other product that we can get done. So I try to do it in series because I think it's really helpful to have that course that way. So you're able to get it and you're able to go through it. They're coming to the midway point. So in March, they will be able to have access to my interns, so to help them with different projects, whether it is to go in and literally go in and do their SEO on their website, or go in and do their newsletters for them, or get and use AI to draw out some information from their past life, or just even helping them do a little body doubling too. They can help for that time too, just to help you get things in order. So I'm training them right now so they can help other people. And all I ask my mentees to do when they're working with my interns is, once they're done with their project, to leave those interns a review, because those interns, they're working, they're not getting paid, but they're working for experience. Now they have access to another business owner. So leave them a review. If they did a good job, leave them a review on LinkedIn, because once later on they go into that workforce, those reviews will be something important for them too. So, and that's the biggest thing you can do for a business, for anybody. If they're teaching something and it's adding value to you, leave a review. Tell them how it affects you, because you never know that how that person might say, okay, maybe this is not impacting anybody, but that just having that one person saying, this was helpful, this was impactful, I needed this, that is game changer to an entrepreneur. If they're adding value to you, give them their flowers by saying so. Let them know, because you never know. As entrepreneurs, we have our bad day. I could have come in on here on Wednesday and say, today, my win is I didn't quit. And that's a real win, because entrepreneurs, sometimes we want to quit. Sometimes we want to say, we want to go back to our 9 to 5 and get a secure job, because this economy is hard. Sometimes you don't know where the next, you don't know where the next meal will come, because you have to pay everybody in your company first before you pay yourself, right? And so then you don't get to pay yourself as an entrepreneur. But just to be able to say, okay, I'm here, I'm doing my best, I'm working and walking my purpose, and and moving forward, I'm still here. I am still here. I didn't quit. You might say, okay, I'm going to get a paid entrepreneurship, which basically a paid internship or whatever, a paid mentorship, and go back and get a few hours so I can support my passion, and that's okay too. Either way is fine, but just know that not to give up. Whatever your passion is, sometimes you would fail, and I failed a couple of times. Like for my nonprofit, I failed. I failed a couple of times. And we had to start back all over again a couple of times. And now we're back. Now we're back again, restarting the nonprofit. Not restarting, but restructuring it, create a strategic plan, getting things in order so it can be stronger and revamp. Because it's like, not that I learned so much more in the business world, I understand, okay, here is how I need to go back and structure this. Here is how I need to go back and meet my board. So everything is in its own timing. But these failures that you say, they're not failures. It's just a first attempt of making something great. First attempt. It's your first attempt, of doing something great. So that way did not work. Let's try another way. Let's reframe that mindset to do it. So I am saying that too because I was supposed to be doing a in person retreat this weekend, and it didn't work out the way I needed it to work out. So and then now is like and so I have to like cancel it and try another time. My husband has to do a lot for the military. He got orders, so I have to do what I gotta do as an entrepreneur, right? And we have to do and we just do what we gotta do, and then we just figure out how to go back and change that mindset and do it better the next time. So that um that retreat will be coming back on just a different way, same name probably, and but different marketing software. But I'm thinking of one thing at a time. My priorities right now was to make sure my interns are onboarded correctly, those grants are done correctly, working on my current clients because I have current clients I need to finish their project for, and then putting out their different things. Next month will be phenomenal, and we're going to close out quarter 1 strong. So if you haven't write your goals for this quarter, go back and figure out what's one major goal that you would like to accomplish by the end of March, and how you can break that goal into mini goals so we can get it done. Because the one thing I know this month is like, okay, I need to get some newsletters out to my communities. So I'm going to be working on that with my interns. Say, hey, let's try to put this together, and here is how I like it. Here is how we're gonna get to them, because we want to be able to um, help those who are working on their brand. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. I'm there talking. I don't want to keep on going, but I'm hoping this is helpful. If this has been adding value to you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe this. But I just want to come on and say, as an entrepreneur, do not give up. Keep on pushing forward with your brand. Use the tools that are available to you. These tools are there for you. I showed you, even Eventbrite is a good place to find networking event. Those portals for even if you're not thinking about bidding yet, look to see what's there so you can okay, hey, this is something I can do, so you can make a plan. Because this is what I did. A couple of you, I would go in the portals, I would look to see what they're having. I may not be able to bid on it, but I look to see what's available, and it's okay, you know what, I can do this, I can do that. Let me make sure I put myself in a way to be ready to bid. That's a whole major step there too, to go and see, okay, I've bid on this contract. I think I looked at a couple of contracts this past couple of months. Some of them I bid on, some I didn't bid on. And the ones I didn't bid on, I download the contract. I want to see who won. And if they won, who won? Go and see their website. What do they offer? What makes them different than you? What made them won? So you can know how to prepare yourself. It's all about preparation in your branding, in your in government contract, in anything you do. You feel okay. What do I need to do better? How can I make myself better? What are people who are the great ones doing? I'm reading this book, Good to Great, one time. You have to say, okay, what is the difference between a good company and a great company? And look at that, because you want to say, okay, I'm good now. How can I become great? What's that differentiator that makes you different in your brand, in your business, in that contract, so you're able to win those things and be able to reach your audience and talk to them. You're not looking for, I would encourage not to worry about looking at big numbers. Some people are saying, I'm looking at big numbers. I would look at people with 10,000 followers, 30,000 followers, and I look at see how much views they have, how much people are liking and engaging. It's comparable to those who have smaller. If you have like 200, 300 people, it's comparable. It's comparable. It's like probably 7% or 10% of people actually engage with their content, and they have millions. So that doesn't mean that you're not doing something right. It's just like you're not there yet. You want to make sure that as you scale, you're growing and you're ready for that increase, right? You're getting yourself ready for that increase. Anyways, I just want to come on here and I'm going to end it right now. I want to come on and just share that with you. Take some time and celebrate your wins. Celebrate other people win. I know this week we celebrated this past weekend we celebrate our mentees win. So I would encourage you to celebrate someone else's win. If they have a win, highlight them, share it on social media because that does not cost you anything to share someone else's stuff on social media because that's the new way of advertising. That's the new way of them getting new clients. So if by you sharing someone's content, by you liking it and boosting their engagement, that would help them find new content, that was worth more than, just like trying to buy from them too. That's what, buying from them, it was good too, but now you know them and that person know them. So now they have two different potential clients that they can be able to pour their gifts into. Right? Right. So we have a couple more days in the month of February. I hope you guys are doing well. Next week, we're going to have two lives one on Wednesday and one on Thursday. The Wednesday one will be our regular wins and wisdom. And then the last day of this month, my team is going to go through our social media and see who has been using the hashtag ECSBizLove and been showing other people some love. And we're going to be picking a lucky winner to get a mentoring moment and an ebook set with some other videos and courses come about a bundle from us. Yeah, so if you are still haven't joined into the love your show your business love challenge and did any of those bingo thing, go ahead and do it. And as you do it, screenshot which one you did and tag us in it. Say, hey, I've done this, and post it on social media, push it on your stories. We will see it, right? Put it on your stories, put it on your social media so we can see that you are showing yourself love, showing your business love, and we can come and show you love at the end of this month, right? As we close out February and go into March and be able to, celebrate International Women History Month, right? Okay. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. I'm trying to see where do I look? Do I look down there? Have a wonderful day. I will see y'all next week. Be blessed. If I hop on this week, be blessed and continue to stay focused. You got this. Do not give up. All right. And if you are on Instagram, you have me on Instagram, I'm going to be on my personal side doing an after the show segment. If I usually do it after the show for a few minutes, if you want to hop on there and talk and hop on live with me, that will be cool. All right. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you for joining and watching all the way through. Bye bye. Bye, Carrie. Thank you for watching. Bye. Let me put my theme music on. All right, guys. Bye.